Good morning. Welcome back to Breakfast Television, 5 to 8. Thanks for starting your day with us. A series of new courses on mindfulness are being offered through the Canadian Mental Health Association. Tessa Blakey joining us this morning with instructor Narda Singh. Good morning.
Good morning.
So first of all, Narda, we'll start with you. When we say mindfulness, what is that? What does that mean?
All mindfulness really is learning how to pay attention to the present moment non-judgmentally. And the difficult part of that is the non-judgmental, as we're quite wired as humans to like or dislike things really quickly. So we try to develop a sense of objectivity about what's actually happening in the present.
Okay, so what would some examples of that be? Because it's not just adults, it's kids too.
Yeah, we've talked before about needing to let kids kind of be in the moment they're in and not have expectations of them to maybe always being in touch while they're at school in a segment that we did. And so, it can be in traffic, maybe choosing how you react to that person that cuts you off. But to do that, you need to really slow down in that moment and say, okay, well, hold on, is this worth getting angry about? Or how much space can we create? I don't know, you might be able to go into that a little bit more.
Yeah, that idea of space is really important. Normally we move on automatic pilot when we're unaware. And so we get triggered by events like being cut off in traffic and we move into reactivity really quickly. And the space allows us a bunch of different choices using our individual wisdom to respond more creatively versus just a knee-jerk reactive response.
So how do you even begin to train that? Because we're really altering our entire thinking.
We are, and mindfulness does actually change the brain. And with practice, which really means just sitting down, learning to tune into body sensations, thoughts, emotions that are unfolding in the present, we train ourselves to become aware of our reactions, of our likes, of our dislikes.
And what would some of the benefits be then if you do adopt these practices and you can kind of adjust your thinking so you are more mindful of your actions? How is that going to help you?
I think one of the things I know for me in my own mindfulness practice is about kind of realizing that there is some agency and some control over how I let things make me feel. And so one of the things that's really exciting in that is that, we all have those people in our lives that we anticipate conflict with, or we anticipate them rubbing us the wrong way, but we can kind of take maybe like a sacred pause in between what happened and how we react to say, well, how do I want this to affect me? And can I think about this differently so that that's what happens instead of my kind of gut reaction, which might not be helping me at all?
Which I imagine would have a positive effect on everything, including your stress level.
Absolutely. Being aware of our triggers, again, knowing and preparing and being able to watch our reactions versus just moving into conflict is really important in reducing our stress.
Okay, let's talk about the courses. Who should be signing up? Who's it for?
Everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone. Typically, as you said, it's not natural to move through the world being aware of all of our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. So it can benefit anyone who's willing to learn to be awake.
And what can we expect? It's once a week?
It's once a week, runs for 8 weeks, 2.5 hours at a time.
Okay, one of many courses.
Yeah, and there's actually 2 new mindfulness courses coming up.
Yeah, so based on the same 8-week model, we have 2 new courses coming up. One's a cognitive behavioral therapy course for depression and anxiety. So clearly that's the market that we're looking for there. And then the other course is relapse prevention. So again, working with addictive behaviors and urges.
So we'll put those links up on breakfasttelevision.ca starting at the end of September. You can find out more information on mindfulness through the website. We're taking a quick break here on BT. More coming up. Stick with us.
BT Health is brought to you by Sindan Group of Pharmacies, a comprehensive approach to wellness.